Okay, I had to go to the grocery store for just a few things today. Let me show you what $43 and change gets you in Portland, Oregon. And yes, I recognize that I could have gone to grocery outlet. I was not near one. And also some of the things that I needed, I knew were not in at my local grocery outlet. I don't shop at Union Mustang Trader Joe's. Likewise, I don't shop at Albertsons. They are big Trump supporters. I don't shop at Whole Foods, Whole Paycheck, because, Jeff Bezos. So my choices are a little bit limited. I typically shop at my local ethnic grocery stores, International Groceries. We also shop at Winco and sometimes New Seasons because I try and conserve trips, conserve gas, wear and tear on my car. I had to take one of my kids to the orthodontist today, and so we went to the closest grocery store, which was the Selwood New Seasons. Again, I said in a previous video, my husband does most of the grocery shopping. So when I go, it's, maybe once a month, and I tend to have a lot of sticker shock. When you don't go grocery shopping every week, when your partner does, 75% of the grocery shopping, you really see how much things are jumping up in price. So let me show you a little bit about what it was like getting groceries in Portland, Oregon today. Most of the things I'm going to show you in this video, we didn't actually buy because I was so horrified at how expensive it was. Not in the budget. I know I'm not the only one who is having to decide not to purchase things that previously would have been something we bought without even really thinking about, or would have definitely had room in the budget for. And now I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $7 a pound for garlic. There's no way I'm paying $8 for a jug of orange juice. I don't buy any of these greens because I grow them, so I was pretty horrified to see that a small bunch of kale is now $3. Organic yams and sweet potatoes, in my brain, that should be 79 cents, $1.29. No, $3 a pound. We don't buy bagged salad at all. So I'm not sure if this is extreme for the prices or not. Feels like that's a lot for a tiny bag of greens, $4.50 or $7. This is the one that really got me. A quart of eggnog is $6.50 for the store brand. The Alpenrose is $7.50. $7.50 for eggnog. Ruth really wanted to get some yogurt, and New Seasons is one of the only places you can get brown cow cream on top. And not only is it 50 cents more per container than last time I bought it, you'll see that they've shrunk it from 6 ounces to 5.3. We're making scones, so we needed some heavy cream, a quart of heavy cream. This is not even organic. This is just from the local dairy, $8.59. This is me being horrified that coffee on sale is $18 a pound. On sale.
This is kind of insane.
Last time I got a baguette here, it was $2.29. Now, $3.99. This really kills me because we eat a lot of tofu. $3. This is my preferred brand. This is Oda Tofu, made in Portland. $5. Don't get me started on orange juice, which we don't buy. I had no idea it had gotten this expensive. No idea. Yay, Donald Trump's America. Are we great? Are we great again yet? We more prosperous? Life more affordable? Do we have some measure of comfort and security in this country? Grocery prices through the roof. Utilities, electric, gas, water, all up between 11 and 15% around the country. I read that in some municipalities, electricity is up as much as 18%. I just put out a video earlier today about how car insurance is more expensive. Gasoline is more expensive. I am very lucky to have a mortgage with a fixed 30-year rate, but renters are watching their rents go up and up and up. I mean, my homeowner's insurance is going up for sure. Let's not even get into how much our health insurance premiums are going up. Even if you have a good employer-provided health insurance, everybody's premiums are going up. That's 100% the fault of the Republicans. Oh, and the surrender Dems who caved. The fact that in the wealthiest nation on earth, the number one thing Americans are worried about is whether or not they're going to be able to afford food. Not, can we afford to save and go on a vacation this year? Not, will we be able to afford to pay our children's college tuition? No, it's food. It's food in the wealthiest nation on earth. While the Trump regime has said that they are making cuts to SNAP, they're going to make everybody reapply. They're making these false claims that folks on SNAP are able-bodied young men who are just like eating Cheetos and, getting blazed and playing video games all day, or that there are people who are undocumented on SNAP. That's not happening. The vast majority of people on SNAP are children, and then the elderly, and then disabled folks. This is the wealthiest nation on earth, and 47 million Americans experience food insecurity. Yeah. The question for me is, do Republican voters understand who is to blame? They are experiencing the hurt as much as we are, right? We all have to look at our bank accounts. We all know how much we're spending at the grocery store. We all see that the income coming in is less. A lot of people have been laid off. I know, like my husband and a number of other teachers around the country have had to take furlough days as the Trump regime is taking away a necessary educational funding from our children. They're trying to dismantle the Department of Education. We see states having shortfalls in their budget because they're trying to fill in for places where the federal government is not delivering on promised funds. And that means in a lot of states that schools are really hurting. People are looking at their hours being cut. They are looking at losing their jobs, and we're living in an economy where there are more people looking for work than there are jobs available. Everything is getting far more expensive. I just don't know if Republicans understand how that is happening. I don't know if Republicans are putting two and two together and realizing that Donald Trump is a faux populist. He always has been. A billionaire was never going to be a populist. A billionaire was never going to care about anything except how to exploit all of us, how to squeeze us until we are dried out little husks. They're grifting for our tax dollars. They're using us for our life hours and our pennies, our blood, sweat, and tears. They don't want us to have any quality of life. Elon Musk says that we're cogs in his machine, right? We should live to serve the technocrat bros. That's what Peter Thiel and Elon Musk think. We should aspire to nothing greater than to be little serfs for the super rich, for the elites. We're supposed to be the wealthiest nation on earth. There's a tremendous amount of wealth in this country, more than enough to go around, more than enough for us to have universal health care, more than enough for us to end poverty, make sure that everybody has housing, make sure that everybody is fed. The problem is, the top tiny percent have accumulated more wealth than all of us down here. What is it, the 600 richest people in this country have more wealth than the bottom 50%? The top 1% of US earners now have more wealth than the entire middle class for the first time in our history. Doesn't sound like greatness for you and me. Doesn't sound like greatness for any of us. Just for the billionaires at the top who get more and more of our tax money while we see all of the programs that we need, all of the things our tax dollars should be funding, those just go poof like that. But do Trump voters understand that? Do they understand the source of their oppression? Or are they still believing the lies of the Republicans, that it's immigrants, that it's other people in poverty, that it is Black women who are to blame, that it's trans folks in sports who are to blame? Are they still believing the scapegoating, or are they starting to have the scales fall from their eyes? Are they starting to believe and starting to understand the reality that they've been lied to, they've been deceived? The Republicans have harnessed the righteous anger of poor white America, and they have turned minorities into scapegoats. And they said, don't look at the fact that it's the super rich that are exploiting you. Yes, you're really angry. You have a right to be really angry. Quick, turn that anger on the people who should be your allies. Don't look at the fact that it's the billionaires who are fucking you over. Look at those immigrants who are working really hard, causing no harm, paying into the tax pool. Look at a couple dozen trans girls in sports. Look at anybody who has a similar financial circumstance to you, is also in the working class with you, but doesn't look like you. Pretend that they're the source of your oppression. Pretend that that's the right place to put your anger. And don't put it on us, the super rich, who are actually oppressing all of y'all together. Please don't gain class consciousness. Please don't build working class solidarity. Please don't deconstruct your racism and your misogyny and your transphobia and ally with the folks who have a shared oppressor with you. Do you think Trumpers are ready to stop believing that lie? Do you think Trumpers are waking up to the truth? I think they are suffering. We know that they're suffering. We know that they are real human beings. They are our fellow Americans, and they are being exploited and oppressed by the oligarchy as much as you and I are. They also go to the grocery store and are horrified and sad and stressed out and have a hard time paying their bills. So how do we get ourselves out of this? How do we build an America where we can all afford to live and have a good quality of life? Because after all, in America, we should all have access to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the Trump regime seems hell-bent on stripping the last two away from us, definitely. And for an awful lot of people, they really want to take the first one as well. It's not how it's meant to be. This is not how it's meant to be. This is not greatness. This is not goodness. This is not what America should be. So what do we do about it? What do we do? Because I'm not willing to spend the rest of my life living like this. I don't know about you.